Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku is a Dragonborn, sorry, not Dragonborn, Dragonkin, Part 9. This is the result of the recent poll I had for a new What If that I'll eventually make once I have a free spot. So, considering how the wolf mutation won by a majority, I will be doing that one first. That means I'll be doing the rest of them. So before I'll make the wolf mutation one. Then after that one finish, I'll do the snake, then the rabbit, then the tiger. The gender of each mutation Deku, I will put it up on the poll, and whatever wins the poll, that's the gender of going to be for the characters for each of these what ifs, each of these mutation Dekus what ifs. So yeah, you guys be able to pick the gender of the character. Then I'll be releasing some more stuff on Discord when I decide to start, building onto the story itself. So I'll make a channel on my Discord once I start, making a story up for it, and I'll pop my ideas on there. So you guys think what you guys think that are frequent on the Discord server. I personally am looking forward to the snake mutation Deku because I love snakes, so that's just me personally. I was gonna do a spider one, but that's too much like Spider-Man. So that would that you might as well do a Spider-Man what if you're going to do that. So yeah, that's why I didn't add spider. A few days has passed since the tournament, as Izuku and Mina have been spending a little more time together. Their their school for high school, they graduated and they did all this ceremony and stuff. They're buying Mina's dragging Deku to the mall so she can get some outfits for going down to Island. She's most likely using him as a pack mule, so dragon strength and everything. So there's that. As they both agreed to start talking what's on their mind once they get settled into the Island for their trip. Let's say the trip isn't like maybe 4 weeks, all paid at Island, set up as a hotel for their whole stay, and a personal tour of some of Shield's laboratories that he offers each champion. Let's say this Cork Blast tournament's been going on for a while now, so each champion gets a special tour into the David Shield's facility. I have something planned for that, so let's continue on. Ezekiel's just standing there as she's putting clothes up on top of him with his arms out on the arms. As Ezekiel's like, I highly believe you. All these clothes be necessary for this trip. As she's like, Izu, it's what I say, 4 weeks? Yeah, it's 4 weeks. What? Yeah, it's 4 weeks with you alone. We're gonna have a lot to talk about and have some fun. As Mina smiles, don't worry, Izuku, I'm almost done. As she walks in the dressing room, as a few minutes later she comes out, just wearing some nice clothes. As Mina's like, so how do I look, Izuku? As she spins around and does, the little spin thing. As Izuku, he's taken off by guard by this as he's blushing a little bit. Small pause, and some of my what ifs, I tend to like throw out, Izuku's personality, like, oh, out the window, but occasionally I like to add to keep some aspects of Midoriya intact, which is all, yeah, he's a, badass dragonkin, but he's gonna have that shy thing, shyness when it comes to him and Mina. Izuku says something in his breath, as means, what did you say? I asked you a question, Izuku, how do I look? As he says beautiful but quiet, like, say that again? As she gets closer, fine, Mina, you're beautiful in that. And she's like, thank you. And she's like, all right, well, I'm gonna get changed and we'll get out of here. You're probably bored. Or what? Well, paying for her clothes. As several people come screaming, like, come rushing out into the door, as to, like, you need to escape, everyone, evacuate. There's a villain attack in the area. As everyone's panicking, as Izuku holds Mina back, as she's like, wait. As Izuku's like, wait, Izuku. Wait, Mina. As they get their stuff, as he wanted to wait for everyone to rush out there so Mina doesn't get trampled on. As they walk in through the front door of the building of the store, as all Izuku could see is a big explosion as Izuku shields Mina. As his outfit's ruined now. As he's like, I like that shirt. Who the hell did that? As you see a blonde kid hanging from us out upside down, as some creature has him, a sludge-like substance. It's the sludge villain. If you guys, yeah, everyone knows that. So no reason to try to make it all mysterious. As the sludge villain has Bakugo by the feet, trying to drag him in. As Bakugo's wailing around, throwing explosions out of, causing more causing more damage than the actual villain himself. Freaking terrorist. But nothing about that. Izuku slowly looks up as he sees the sludge villain trying to drag Bakugo into him, try to take over his body. As he's like, stop making this difficult, kid. It's unedible. It's going to happen sooner or later. Stop fighting it. I need to get out of here before that musclehead blonde hair freak comes after me again. Short pause. The first the first appearance of the sludge villain did happen, but it was someone else. So yeah, so the sludge villain still gets away. Who wasn't that important. Izuku looks at the disgusting green creature as he's vile by it. He's like, "Yep, not doing it. Let's go, Mina." As Mina's like, shouldn't we help him? Nope. Karma, Mina. Karma. As he's trying to, he's he's trying to walk, and Mina's grabbing onto his wrist, trying to stop him. As Izuku sighs, seriously, you want me to save him, of all people? He's that racist prick. If anything, that sludge thing over there is doing us a favor. Doing us the whole universe a blessing. Get rid of another racist prick. please Izu for me? As Mina's giving her the puppy eye dog looks. She knows she knows that she can't take him, but she knows Izuku can because fire and all. Sludge villain looks around as he sees a couple heroes charging at him, trying to save the kid. As he notices a knockover street sign, as he grabs it with his sludge and sludge it as he sludge it as he tosses it forward. As the street sign comes strictly towards Mina. As the heroes, watch out! Incoming! The sign stops and inches away from Mina's face as Izuku has his claws into it. Never mind, Mina. I changed my mind. As he slams the sign into the ground. As Izuku walking forward, as the heroes try to stop him, as Izuku looks at him, move. Move, maggot. He pushes through the heroes and walks past the the tape that was blocking everyone, just for safety precautions. By chance, just pure coincidence, Sue and Tokiyami, I think his name is the bird dude. Give me a second. They happen to be in the area just because they're friends, so they go to the same school together in this universe at least. Because I don't know what type of school he went to, but let's just say they went to the same school. So as Sue can pick out Mina from like anywhere because she's like literally pink, so her appearance is quite unforgettable. As Sue's like, Tokiyami, I think that's Mina. As Mina and Sue did talk after their match, so they have a little bit of friendship going. As Sue taps Mina on the shoulder, as she turns over, oh, Sue. As she's like, what's going on here? Like, the whole ribbit thing. Oh, nothing, a villain attack. As Tokiyami, what villain? Not sure. Some sort of sludge. I'm just watching my Izu fight him, that's all. As Sue's like, yeah, I think that is Midoriya. Or not Midoriya, but Tasuma. Because he's not Midoriya. He's not a Midoriya in this one, so. As Tokiyama is like, indeed, that is Tasuma. As Sue being a curious person that she is, so she's like, so, is Tasuma your boyfriend? As Mina, Tokiyami, not, he's shocked by that. He like, scratches his head and turns his head. Just the whole gesture, like, not this again. Because she's like that. She's always in people's personal space for some reason. That's just her character. So she's like, no, not yet, but that will change soon. As we cut to Midoriya, as the news people start arriving, as she's like, whoa, is that a kid walking up to Sludge Villain? Get that on camera now. As is the hero's going to do anything? That kid's going to get himself killed. As wait, isn't he the champion from the Cork Blast tournament? As yeah, the Cork Blast tournament is kind of big in Japan, so there's some sort of fame from each person that wins it. Not as much as the fame as a hero provides, but it's a big first step to see how future candidates deal with popularity if they choose to be a hero. The Cork Blast tournament is not just a tournament itself. It's just a staging ground to see some of the champions go the hero route, see how they handle pressure. they do surveillance onto the champion. So the hero organization takes the ones that are going to planning to go to UA under surveillance to see how they handle pressure. So there's that. The people that do the surveillance, it's your friendly dailyhood hero cork suppress force. Surveillance over heroes and future heroes is their main purpose. So, in suppressing corrupt heroes and taking down villains that are too high of a threat level for the city itself. Izuku stops as he looks at the sludge villain. As he looks up, hey, putrid blob. As the sludge villain finally, sees Izuku, you're too late, kid. Best luck next time. I already have the perfect body. As Izuku looks up with an emotional face, Izuku puts his hands behind his back as he walks from left to right without looking away from the sludge villain. As he's like, as he stops, you have two choices. You either release the loudmouth racist and surrender. As the sludge villain laughs, you got some balls. What's the second option? I'm dying to hear this one. That I take the said racist, away from you, then I toast you alive. Those are your two options. And it's non negotiable, villain. As the sludge villain starts laughing, you're a funny kid, but no. I think I'll take option 3 by killing you. As before the sludge villain can know it, as Izuku has ripped out Bakugo, as he had chanted his speed, as Bakugo's coughing, as Izuku has him by the back of his neck, as the sludge villain, wait, what? As Izuku tosses him, here, catch the racist. As he tosses it, as a hero comes in and catches him. As Izuku eyes turn a little more glowy. Normally, I wouldn't care what you did to that racist. But you had the gall to attack someone that I find very important. And because of that action, I'm going to have to hurt you now. I'd like to see you try, kid. As Izuku blasts him with fire, as he starts conjuring fire out of his hand, start blasting him. As the sludge villain's screaming, there's only 3 people I care about, and my friend was one of them. As he starts blasting him over and over again, as he's having a conversation with him while he's torturing him, as the hero's like, should we stop this? As given, yes, I find her extremely annoying. To the point I want to strangle her. But that said, if she got hurt, it would displeases me, say most the least. As he was like, I guess I'm done here. As Izuku creates, a non-plagiarized move that Izuku thinks in his head constantly, as he creates a fire spear. As you cut to like the Twitter rookie residence as Endeavor's watching the feed. It's like, that bastard copied me. That's plagiarism. Stuff like that. No, I'm sure I get the plagiarism meaning right. Yeah, taking credit for someone else's work. Yeah, he's basically like that kid ripped me off. As that pisses off Endeavor, I don't know what if Todoroki's gonna be a male or female. Mina's the only ship, but I don't know what I'm gonna do in future parts. Sludge villains begging, please, I surrender. Please don't kill me. As Izuku gets a twisted smile, that's better. As he has, a jar already. Magically, I guess. I don't know. He has a jar. Get in. As Sludge villains, what? Get in the jar. Or you get more of this. As his hands starts gulping in flames. I'll get in the jar. I'll get in the jar. As he seals it, as All Might finally shows up, as he's like, "Don't fear, I am here." He was he was running late because some other things happened on the way, so he got occupied, so he had to come back and go back to his original plan. As the media are all as All Might walks in towards Izuku, All Might, make sure you don't lose it next time. Well, he wouldn't know that because he's not like all knowing. He's like, here, you can handle this disgusting creature. And before you yap about using a quirk in public without a license, well, judging by the situation that I was observing, the heroes were incapable of handling the situation. Yes, I did break the law. That's not up for debate. But because if I follow the law to point A to point B, that loud house, that really loudmouth blonde racist kid would have died. Why you heroes? Why you heroes that you call yourself heroes? Like I don't consider you none of you heroes. Only All Might. You would have watched that kid die, and you would have done nothing. You just went your merry way because it doesn't evolve around you getting fame, so it doesn't. So you don't care. Is there anything else you need from me, All Might? Am I being arrested for quirk usage? All Might's like, no, young man, there's nothing else. What is your name? I am Izuku Tsusuma. As he exactly knows who that is. That last name. You're Tsusuma? Correct, All Might. Tell your mother I said hello. As sure, All Might. He walks up to Sue and Tokiyami as Izuku says hi to them. As Tokiyami's, that was quite a display. You actually, she was like, you actually fought a villain. Well, I had to. He attacked Mina, and no one attacked Mina's and leaves unscathed. He's lucky I didn't outright kill him. Don't worry, Sue. Despite his cold demeanor, he's actually a good guy. Once you get to know him, well, that's as easy has nothing to say to that. As Mina's like, that's what I thought. Well, it's nice to see you guys. I have to head home. It's getting kind of late. As Mina and Izuku walks off, as they get back to Mina's place, as Izuku's helping her, put the stuff away. As Izuku had dinner with Mina's family, because that's a normal thing they do now. Ever since that surprise breakfast with Izuku, her parents have had Izuku over a lot because they both know where Izuku's and Mina's relationship are going head towards. So they're getting an early start. As Izuku phones goes off, as you have Mina and Izuku on the couch talking, as his phone goes off, as it's his driver to pick him up. It's like I gotta go, Mina. My ride's here. Mother's probably wondering why I'm not home yet. That's mean it's like all right, Izuku. Thank you for everything. I really had fun the past couple weeks. See you tomorrow at the airport. As Izuku says, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. As Mina goes in and leans him, kisses him on the cheek. As Izuku blushes a little bit, as he's like, I gotta go. As Izuku just wants to escape that scenery real fast because he hasn't processed it fully yet, but he'll process it once the whole trip to I Island happens. And that's probably going to be in the next episode because I'm not gonna put it in this part because yeah, I'm not sure how long that part's going to be, but it's going to be hopefully not too long. Let's just say he knows how he feels about Mina, but he doesn't know how to approach it. It's very irritating to him. Something like this to be quite easy because he's quite blunt. Ezekiel gets into his house. As he walks in the kitchen, as he sees his two parents talking and drinking tea, as Ezekiel sits down, as Inko pours a cup of tea for Izuku. No instant tea bullshit. Like none of that. Real tea. So Inko and Izuku's other mother, Ryoko. I think that's her name. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's just for some reason I just want to call her that. So we'll just go by that because Ryuku or something like that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the. I'm pretty bad with Japanese names, so as they're whispering at each other as they're looking at Izuku. So, son, how was your how was your day with your girlfriend? As Izuku, without knowing what he's about to say, fine. We had some little excitement when we're doing the whole shopping thing. I accidentally had to evolve myself into incident with the villain. As he stops what he's saying, as he almost drops his cup. As he's like, really now? I didn't realize you were gone that far with Mina. As, no, we're not a thing officially yet. There's a possibility that's going to change after we get back from that Island thing. I thought you would be more upset over the whole villain attack thing, honestly, Mother. Sweetheart, give your mother some credit. You were placed in a position that you had to act on. What I've what I saw of the situation on TV, the heroes had no way combat this villain, and you were the only one. Don't get me wrong, you did break the law. That's always bad, but still, I'm proud of you. Even though the law told you not to, you I forget you got give me a second here. I totally forgot what I was going to say how to pronounce it. You made sure that the civilian was rescued and put in safe distance away from the attack. You went a little crazy on it near the end, but we'll talk about that another time. As Ezekiel looks over to Inko, as she's like, "I'm not mad, dear." As she gets up close to Ezekiel, as she's, "I was terrified that you were going to get hurt, but I know you're going towards your mother's area of work that I do not agree with. But you're going to make your own choices in life, and I just going to have to accept it, even though it's going to be hard for me, sweetheart. You have been my world since you were when you were brought into this world. Since we rescued you. As Ezekiel knows of his past, so he knows that he's like technically not human, but he does have human DNA in him because they use the blood from the egg. The whole, process that I totally made up that's totally made up on the fly. How when my version of a dragonkin, when it's born, both parents have to put blood onto it or put their hand over it, either through blood contact or by magic. But for this instance, it worked during blood contact and used that blood as a template to make the body of Izuku. So that's how I'm trying to make this sound sense to you guys. It's been a while since tried to explain that since like part zero. So I'm making a small change to his appearance just a little bit. I know I said he doesn't have a tail, but he does. But he doesn't. He never uses it. He just there's one rule in the house: no tails. Like if it's if you can't put it away, it doesn't belong. Yeah, it tracks in dirt. So Inka's all about that. And with a tail, sometimes you run into objects while you're churning. So yeah, she's not gonna have broken vases in her house. So as soon as Izuki was able to learn how to make his wings, he learned to hit. He learned sometime after he learned how to fly. He learned that he's able to make his tail disappear. But for Izuku's current situation, he only releases his tail out when he's out flying. That's for flying purposes. So that's how he does things. So as Inko grabs onto his head, she looks at him seriously. And dear, please behave yourself on this trip. I do not want to be grandmother. I'm far too young for that. As as her wife starts laughing, Ryoko starts laughing. Seriously, dear, what will as she's talking to her wife now? She's like, seriously, Ryoko, what would the neighbors think? Our son's not. He's far too young for that sort of thing. As they're having a conversation, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm not gonna have this conversation with my parents. No, thank you. As they're more occupied at arguing with each other. Nothing too bad. It's not. They're not fighting. They're just arguing over certain viewpoints. Her parent, Ezekiel parents, they trust him, but he's still, quite young, so they make mistakes. So they're just beaming that in his head. That's where we're gonna stop it there. In the next part, we'll go into the Island. Then I'll try to come up with something for the rest of the training period before they go to UA. Before they go to UA. So I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.